Even if you're an intermediate or even an advanced English speaker and you're nervous about making small talk, we're going to fix this today. It's really simple. As long as you're interested in the other person, you will be a star at small talk. So let's get into it. I'm Teacher Bert. My channel is all about everything in business English to help you succeed in your career and profession. Where do you fall down in small talk? A lot of people tell me I'm introverted and English is my second language. Small talk's very difficult. Guess what? If you're introverted, you'll probably be really good at small talk if you learn some of these very basic skills and truly listen to the other person. You don't have to speak that much. And small talk's going to help you build your relationships in business. You're going to find opportunities once you get good at small talk that you didn't have before. People are going to be interested in you because you're interested in them. Small talk topics are so important. It's what we talk about because they kind of matter in our daily life. We're all concerned about the weather. And it's very positive to say, oh, it's such a beautiful day. It'll be so nice to go to the park with my family. It's so nice to take a walk today, get some exercise, go for a run. We talk about what we did on the weekend. What did you guys do on the weekend? Oh, okay. Did you go out to a restaurant? Did you go to any special events? How are your children doing? Did they do something interesting on the weekend? And I'm recording this on the 1st of December. So we're in holiday season. The Americans just had their Thanksgiving, and here in Canada, we're getting prepared for Christmas. So everybody's talking about what they're going to do over the Christmas holidays. What are you going to have for Christmas dinner? What's the tradition in your home? Have people, let them talk. People love talking about this. Will you have any family visiting? Will you be traveling during the Christmas holidays? So many things to talk about. So it's important to have these conversational starters. And in the office, we're often going to talk about, well, John, what projects are you working on now? Oh, okay. How's it going? Are you having any struggles? Have you run into any blockers or anything that maybe I can help with? How's your team working out? Who's on the team? Okay, that's pretty cool. And of course, in the office, we talk about what we do outside the office, right? People with families are always happy to talk about their children, what they're up to, what their spouse is doing. All these things are common topics. And when you show interest in them, they're going to get open with you and you're going to talk about a little bit about yourself. So you give a little bit of yourself. And don't forget to use open-ended questions. Well, how did you feel about that? Instead of saying, well, what did you do? How did you feel about that? Or how did that relate to the project? Where do you see it going from here? Use those open-ended questions that invite people to add more. If somebody asks you how you are and you want to have some small talk, you could say, I'm doing pretty good. I'm struggling a little bit with my project. And maybe you have some tips for me, something like this. So invite more than just, hey, I'm okay. People always want to help. Of course, end it with a question. And what's going on with you? How's your project working? Be an active listener. Really listen. That's the secret. Listen and ask reflective questions. So if they say something about their vacation, oh, well, tell me, what were the highlights of your vacation? What caused you to go to Tucson, to go to New York City, to go to Toronto, to go to Paris? And what did you see? And how did your spouse enjoy the trip? And use enthusiasm. Oh, that must have been amazing. That's so interesting. So we show enthusiasm. That's fantastic. Share something about yourself. Oh, we've been talking about going to New York also. I've heard so much good about it. Everybody seems so excited to go to New York. Did you take in any plays when you were in New York? Okay. And what play did you go to? Wow. Why did you enjoy it so much? Would you suggest that we would enjoy it? People always love talking about the movies that they've seen or the books that they've read. These are common topics. Maybe you have a little story about that relates to what you're talking about. And don't string it out, but try to make it, if there's something funny about it, talk about it, even if it was a little embarrassing, when you're sharing something about yourself. People love this sort of stuff. And we remember stories. That's the thing about storytelling. And it's not so much business, so you don't have to be thinking about, well, how does it relate to the business? Maybe it was a funny experience in a restaurant. You ordered something that you thought would be really good. Or maybe you went to, when your wife and you were first dating, maybe you went to meet parents and they served you something that you really didn't like, but you didn't want to say you didn't like it. So you kind of swallowed it, avoided making faces, but they were looking at you so intently, and you had to compliment the mother about this, or the father. Little stories like that. Stories that invite questions or comments. Don't be afraid to follow up. Add some details. Try to figure out what they're interested in also, and how does it relate to their interests. Maybe they're into cycling or running, or they go to marathons in different places. Show real interest and you will connect with these people, I promise you. Small talk should not be difficult. As long as you kind of understand that we have to show interest in the other person and really try to get them to do most of the talking. This is really going to impress them. People love to talk about their interests, who they are, their family, their children, struggles and challenges that you can help them with. This is what life is about. And sometimes we pause. So if you haven't got an answer from the other person, just wait. Mm-hmm. Okay. And what happened again? Great. Cultural norms. Yes, some people aren't comfortable shaking hands, or remember to avoid topics like religion or politics or money unless the other person starts talking about it. Try to keep it very positive. So these little nuances, if you get into that subject, show interest in it. And we all want to learn. We all want to know more. The more we understand, the less the mysteries are. Hobbies and entertainment are always the big topics, right? Just like I said before, movies and trips and hobbies, photography. I love photography. I love video work. I love walking. I like exercise. I love reading. What's the latest book you read? And I'm always reading business books or books on relationships, historical novels. I love a good mystery too, or a thriller. How do you end it without cutting the person off? Comment how much you enjoyed speaking with them. I actually have to get somewhere now, and I'd really like to have a coffee or something some other time, if that works for you. And thanks so much for your time. It's been such a great pleasure. Take your time. It's very important to build relationships. Building friendships is what makes life special sometimes. I hope you liked this little presentation. And if you like my channel, subscribe. If you want to get ahead in your career using business English, I have a lot of videos here on YouTube. Subscribe, share, like, comment, all helps with the algorithm. Yeah, I have a free course on small talk that's in the description, and I have a 10-question quiz to see if you're ready to work in English.